Then another scientist, Lenses, predicted that there is a small correction in Faraday's law. That means the polarity of this induced EMF is such that it tends to produce current in such a direction that it opposes the change in magnetic flux that produces it. So whenever the magnetic flux changes, an EMF is induced in a circuit, and the nature of or the polarity of that induced EMF is such that it tends to oppose the current or oppose the reason for that current. And what is the reason for that current? Change in magnetic flux. So the induced EMF will tend to oppose that change in magnetic flux. So expression for induced EMF should be like this: E is equal to minus d phi by dt. This means that induced EMF it opposes the change of magnetic flux. Negative sign indicates that opposition. Okay, negative sign indicates that the direction of induced EMF is opposite to the change in magnetic flux, or it is opposite to the motion of the coil. This Lenz's law is based on the conservation of energy. So how can you explain Lenz's law as the conservation of energy? For that, just consider this case. See, what was Faraday's experiment? He took a coil connected to a galvanometer, then he took a magnet with north and south pole. So, suppose north pole of the magnet is brought closer to the coil. Okay, so what happens? Current flows in which direction? Anti-clockwise direction, because north polarity refers to anti-clockwise direction of current. So, current flows through the coil in anti-clockwise direction. And again, when current flows in the anti-clockwise direction, which polarity come here? North polarity. So now our circular coil has north polarity here, and also north pole of the magnet is approaching this coil. This north and north will repel. North pole of the coil starts to repel the north pole of the magnet. That means it opposes the movement of the magnet. It opposes the change in flux. Okay, so that's why Lenz stated that the polarity of induced EMF is always such that it opposes the change in magnetic flux, or it opposes the change in the movement of the coil. Okay, so here the repulsive force is experienced by this magnet, and due to the repulsion we have to do some external work against it, and this external work appears as electrical energy in that coil. Okay, so the work done by us appears as electrical energy. So Lenz's law is based on conservation of energy. Okay. Next, let's discuss about another concept of this chapter, that is motional EMF. It's very important concept, so listen carefully. What do you mean by motional EMF? The EMF induced across the ends of a conductor due to its motion in magnetic field is called motional EMF. Okay, so whenever a conductor moves in a magnetic field, an EMF is induced across the ends of that conductor. This EMF is known as motional EMF. Next, let's discuss how can we derive an expression for motional EMF from Faraday's law. So for that, consider a uniform magnetic field perpendicular into the plane of a paper. So first of all, consider a uniform magnetic field, and it is denoted by cross. Cross indicates that magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane of the paper, or here plane of the screen. Now place a U-shaped conducting rails on the field. So let be a U-shaped conducting rails on the field. Now take a conductor PQ. Consider a conductor PQ here. Let L be the length of the conductor. its length be, let it be small l, and let it move over the rails. This conductor is movable. We can move this conductor over the rails, and let the velocity of the conductor be v. So let the conductor moves with a velocity v. Now here we can assume that this distance as x, that we will discuss later. So as PQ moves, x decreases, right? This distance is, let this distance be x. Okay. Now as PQ moves towards this direction, that means when the conductor starts to move towards left, the x value decreases because this width start to decrease, right? After some time conductor will be here, so the x value will decrease as conductor starts to move. So the area of this loop PQ, and let this end be R and S. So the area of this loop PQRS also decrease because initially this was the area of the loop PQRS, and when the conductor moves towards left, now here is the conductor. So now the loop, the area of the loop will be represented by this shaded portion. So see, now the area of the loop has been decreased. So the area of the loop PQRS decreases when the conductor starts to move towards left with a velocity v. Again, the magnetic flux linked with the loop also decreases because when area was more field lines was associated with that loop. When the area starts to decrease, the field lines associated with the loop also starts to decrease. That means there is a change in the magnetic flux linked with this loop. What is that change? The magnetic flux linked with the loop decreases. So whenever the magnetic flux linked with the conductor decreases, an EMF is induced in that conductor, and due to that induced EMF, a current starts to flow. Okay, so this induces, the change in magnetic field induces an EMF and hence a current in that circuit along the path PQRS. What is the direction of that current? Current flows through PQRS. This will be the direction of that current flow. Then, what will be the flux linked with that loop PQRS? Let the flux linked with the loop PQRS be phi. And what is the equation to find out phi? That is B dot A or B dot ds, where ds is the area vector, and that is equal to B ds cos theta. And what is theta here? Theta is the angle between magnetic field and area vector. So here the area vector also acts into the plane because the area vector will be perpendicular to the surface of the conductor, and here the direction perpendicular to the surface of the conductor is into the screen. So area vector and magnetic field both acts along the same direction, so the angle theta will be 0 here. Then flux phi will be equal to B into ds equal to B into, what is ds? ds is the area. And how will you, this is a rectangular loop, so what is the equation to find out the area of a rectangular loop? Length into breadth. And what is the length of that loop? Length will be small l and breadth is x. dlx. Okay, so this is our flux phi. Then what is induced EMF? As per Lenz's law, our induced EMF is minus dE equal to minus d phi by dt, equal to minus d by dt of, what is the expression for induced EMF here? It is BLX, right? And here B and L are constants because the magnetic field and length is not changing here. But at the same time, what about X? X starts to decrease when as the conductor starts to move towards left. So only X is the variable. We can take both B and L from the outside the bracket. So you will get, I'm just going to rub this. So we got flux phi is equal to BLX and induced EMF is equal to minus d phi by dt, that means minus dt d by dt of BLX. Since B and L are constants, we can take B and L outside. So also we can consider this negative sign together. So we can write BL into minus d by dt of x. And what is dx by dt? Dx by dt is velocity v. Okay, distance, change in distance by time, that is velocity v. We had studied this concept in our +1 physics. So you will get BL into v. And what happened to this negative sign? You may be confused. So we know that this conductor is moving towards left, right? And as a result, the value of x is decreasing. So minus dx by dt represents the velocity. Here the negative sign indicates that the value of x decreases with respect to time. So the minus dx by dt, the whole term can be considered as equivalent to velocity. That negative sign indicates the decrease in x with respect to time. That's it. So what is the motional EMF expression? So our motional EMF E is equal to BLV, where B is the magnetic field, L is the length of the conductor, and V is the velocity of that conductor. So this is the expression for motional EMF, and we had derived this expression from the Faraday's law. Phi is equal to induced EMF E is equal to d phi by dt. Okay children. So with this I am concluding my session. So go through the derivation carefully. Notes of the topic and YouTube video have been uploaded. Please go through that. Attend the test and post me the answers. We can meet in the next session. Till then, take care. Stay home, stay safe. Keep learning. Thank you.